Welcome back, Connect fam. Our next guest is not only a business consultant, a personal development coach, a mental health advocate, but also a motivational speaker. Help me welcome new to the Connect fam is Britney Renee. Hi, Britney.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us, Brittany. So, not only are you a published author, but you're a serial entrepreneur and you are a big believer in protecting your mental health. Why is this topic so important for you?
Absolutely. Well, mental health is very near and dear to my heart. So I went to school for psychology, and in 6 months, I planned a wedding. And so I took a semester off, and I said, okay, I'm gonna take a semester off to plan my wedding. But then I found myself going through a divorce. And so didn't finish school, but psychology was always where my heart was. And so in mental health, and having to redirect, regroup, and refocus to pull myself out of that depression, that is what caused me to really just find my purpose and go into that.
Wow, that's so powerful. That's amazing. And Meaningful Solutions is your business. It's
Yeah.
all about helping to hold the clients accountable and keeping their minds at peace. How do you support clients with this?
Absolutely. So, again, like when I was going through, entrepreneurship and different things like that, I had to remember what my end goal was. And that is how I help them stay accountable. So, we create this roadmap with the end goal, staying in mind, but then we work backwards. And in order for anything to be successful, you have to have a mind shift, right? And so, just creating, that space for them to be vulnerable, and then for also them to kind of dive into their emotions and their feelings, to know that in order for anything to be successful in life, you have to have your mind, body, and soul connected so that it can flow into either entrepreneurship or your career, or just even being successful, and just making sure that you have those things, just to kind of keep you grounded. And that all starts with the mind shift and with your mental health.
Thank you so much, Brittany Renee, for being so transparent. I really want to ask you, sharing your voice and perspective on social media can be tough. It's not easy for a lot of us. So, how important is it for you to share yourself online, and how much is too much?
Great question. So even when I wrote my book, right, I went through this period of just a spiritual journey. And my book is titled Putting on Face. And I talk about the scars that I hid behind a smile. Being authentic, and being your authentic self, that's a place that you have to be in to have that acceptance of yourself. And going to sharing too much, I would say be willing and being able to know what you're able to accept of yourself. And so in that moment of me writing my book, I went through, the crying and the healing of writing it and even reading it. And I was able to accept it. And so now, being on social media, I'm able to be vulnerable and transparent because I am walking in my authentic self. I am walking in my truth, and I'm okay with that. If you have not healed yet, or if you're not able to accept, that part of your journey, that may be too much. So it's certainly up to what you're able to accept of yourself, and just staying authentic to who you are, because we live in a society where anybody can be anything on social media.
Right.
Yeah, I love that you share this. And I love that you also share, you take us on that journey and you have grown through that. You've discovered what your purpose is because you have grown through that transformation. So, what would you say for those who feel like they haven't discovered their purpose yet? They haven't gone through that journey, or maybe they just are lost and they're like, I don't know what my purpose is yet. What advice would you give to them?
I would tell them to think about that thing that they do effortlessly, right? What is that one thing that you really enjoy? And I think that a lot of people don't really take time to think about that, right? If you ask someone the question, like, what do you really enjoy? And you might get kind of like these open ended, oh, I like to shop, or I like to travel, right? But does that really give you peace? of mind. And so when you think about the thing that you do effortlessly, usually that is tied up in your purpose, and your gift will make room for you. We are born into families that may not have it all together, or you don't have those examples of a healthy relationship or a healthy marriage, and you hear now loosely, oh, have healthy boundaries. But what is a boundary, right? And so teaching people that you have to unlearn some things, and you have to be conscious in your mind shift to know that, you know what, maybe I wasn't taught the right way, but I can always learn the right way, and just be willing to be teachable.
Nice. Forever learning. That is all
I love that.
right. Brittany Renee, aka BR. That's my new name for you, BR.
I
Where
love.
I know people are watching and really want to get your book and want to find out more about you and how they can connect with you. Where can they go? What can they do to connect with you?
Well, they can find me at BrittanyRenee.com. All of my personal development coaching offers are there. I am on Instagram, Brittany Renee 247. Someone just asked, "What is the 247?" I'm like, "I'm Brittany Renee all the time. This is me." Um, and then I also just launched a clothing line, Signature Required, to wear your name proud, to walk in your purpose. Everything is connected to your name. At the end of the day, once we take everything away, your name is what will last forever. So you can find me on all those platforms.
Amazing. Well, thank you, Brittany Renee. This was such an impactful conversation, but we need to take a quick break. We will be right back to chat with businesswoman and speaking coach Sonia, who's helping to break down how to craft a powerful speech. Stay tuned.